The Objective News Network? When will Israel decide to stop the bombing and destruction of Gaza? Early in the morning of October 7th, 2023, Hamas terrorists attacked Israel. Today's story is being broadcast on November 20th, 2023, an elapsed period of about 50 days. During this time, an estimated 1,200 Israelis and a whopping 11,000 Palestinians have died. At least 28 of the 240 men and women taken hostage by Hamas on the day of the attack were children. Meanwhile, the Gaza Health Ministry reports that the majority of the 11,000 Palestinian victims killed at the hands of Israel since the war began were women and children. In the United States, protests and counter-protests are spreading across college campuses. Government authorities across the country are reporting a spike in anti-Semitic conduct. Now, if you support Israel, you can pretty much avoid the hateful title of being called an anti-Semite. If you are on the Palestinian side, however, you are automatically anti-Semitic until proven otherwise. Now, what is wrong with this picture? Too often in this world of ours, it is human nature to oversimplify complex conflicts, tough events and situations. We try to do this frequently in terms of race or religion or some other intangible factor. But guess what? It's not that easy when it comes to the Israeli-Hamas war. The majority of Palestinians, just like the Jewish and Christian people, believe in a caring and just God. If the truth be told, all of us, Muslims, Jews, and Christians, find common genes, common ground in the genes that make us all human beings. For thousands of years, Muslims, Jews, and Christians have lived together in peace on the lands of Palestine. So much for race and religion or something else as the fundamental cause of the Israeli-Hamas war. So, if it really isn't racism or religion or something else, what is it that has caused the conflict? Well, all of us already know that it is a sense of injustice carried by both the Israeli and Palestinian sides of the conflict. On the one hand, the Israelis were promised by the British before World War II to a homeland. For years and several wars, the Israelis have fought to survive, expand, and vitalize a formerly bleak landscape of mostly stone and sand. On the other hand, the Palestinians feel uprooted from what was once their ancestral lands. And as the result of more recent history since the end of World War II, they've been contained in what are just small patches of their former homeland without the ability to make their lives better, and as the result of a policy of Israeli expansionism and further containment of the Palestinians. So what remains out of this terrible mess? Well, it's the need for reason on all sides of the problem. After years of fending off attacks from literally all of its neighbors and now being brutally attacked by Hamas terrorists, is Israel morally justified in attacking Palestine? The answer is yes, but only if the intent is to cut off support, rout out, and destroy the Hamas terrorist organization and those that support them. After years of suffering defeat and humiliation at the hands of Israeli expansionism by taking their land, along with forcible containment in Gaza, only to become second class citizens, do the Palestinians deserve better? Yes, of course they do. Right now, the clock is quickly running out on Israel's continuation of a broad, unfocused war that necessarily places innocent civilians in the crossfire. It is time for Israeli and the leaders across the world who support Israel to ask themselves if their current strategy and tactics are really effective in achieving the focused objective of routing out and eliminating Hamas terrorists and the people across the globe that support them. And just as importantly, what will be the right time to stop the all out warfare that continues to kill innocent civilians in Gaza? The Israelis owe an answer to both the civilians and the rest of us in the world who steadfastly support them. When will the bombing, destruction, and loss of life in the lands of Palestine end? It is what it is. This is John Hnatio reporting for the Objective News Network. Here at ONN, we try very hard to objectively look at all sides of a story. Our goal is to start a meaningful discourse or dialogue based on the genuine issues of fact that form the context for newsworthy events. If you like what we are trying to do here at ONN, please tell your family, friends, colleagues, and followers about us and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you the next time.